I will leave you now with our story. I'm glad I can finally tell it. Once upon a time, or should I say quite a few times, a girl sat in her nest, tinkering away as time went by and left. She potted and dithered and twiddled her thumbs. She looked at her arm and said, "Oh, the time for me to leave has come." On her arm she saw blue little feathers, and in the mirror she noticed her nose had grown hard as leather. She packed up her things and said her goodbyes to those who had raised her ready to fly. And with a hop, skip and jump she left her home, a place that was comfortable but where she had no room to grow. As she fell from her twig-twined place, she saw a flash of her mother's tear-twinged face. She saw her father's worry and little sibling's loneliness, and then hit the ground with blunt, hard boniness. "What have I done? How could I leave? I'm terrible, I'm selfish, it's me my kin needs." But it was too late. She'd come this far. Onward she had to go, deep into the forest of Ard. She tiptoed along in a puzzling muddle. As she trotted and plodded, she heard the clock rumble. It ticked and it tocked and got faster and faster. I don't remember this time going by in such a canter. It made her nervous, it made her shiver, that all of a sudden she aged as quick as a flowing river. She looked in its reflection and saw only her mother. I don't remember seeing that when I past looked in the mirror. As she continued, a buzzing began to ring. In between her ears, it harshly began to sing. The pollen in the air got in her nose and her eyes, and as the guilt built up in her, she began to cry. "I miss them, I love them, but I desperately had to leave. I needed to go my own way and find what I believe." The girl found refuge by a tree, quite alone and forlorn. She looked up at the canopy and thought, "What a journey I am on! This pathway is so lovely and this air I breathe so fresh." This comforted her enough to lay her head and get some rest. She woke to the weight upon her chest, blue feathers like hers, and an energy that reminded her of her nest. The weight belonged to a tall blue bird who she knew to be a friend. "Who are you?" she asked the thing, and it responded with, "I'm you." And the girl lay in thought for a moment and asked, "Well, what is that? What is that makes us us? And why do I feel how I feel?" The bird leant in and whispered to her, "Let's see, let us begin." And as she listened to the bird's sweet song, she began to feel balance. She felt she was grass and water and blood. She felt she was her mother and father and brood. She felt she was at home and elsewhere. She felt and she felt and she felt so much care. Care all around, inside her and out. Harmony, belonging, home is what she felt. And then just like that, the bird disappeared. "Nistan! Oh Nistan, please, I need you near." She looked under brambles in branches in slight fear. She walked to the brook in hopes it would appear. She looked once again at her reflection and noticed a change in her complexion. Fledgling feathers grew sturdy and strong, and a beak long and proud, ready for song. "I feel it! Finally!" she hollered with glee. "I know what I am, I know what is me. Mother and father and brood are inside. I now will find new nests where I might sing with pride." And off she flew with her newfound feathers, out of the forest towards East Anglian weather.